Green Streets is a project that's designed to bring communities together using the medium of street tree planting as a mechanism to galvanise residents that probably have fallen away from their neighbours in the last 10-20 years, which is fairly typical of what's happening in society. So by engaging people in projects that affect their street, we're actually recreating that community spirit, and the tree planting, I suppose, is the added bonus of doing that.
The model fits in really well with Mersey Forest because it's about involving people in making these changes. So everything that the Mersey Forest tries to do tries to engage local people, make them feel that they actually own what's going on. A successful project that has demonstrated that in Manchester, and we thought we would try the same sort of approach in Mersey Forest.
We have been working with local people in terms of developing the environment now for around about 12 years. So we have lots of experience in terms of environmental regeneration and working with communities. But we don't just work very short term with communities, it is about the whole approach. It's about saying it's really important that we gain community support to gain long-term ownership of the areas we're creating.
Well, there's two ways you can do this sort of thing. One, we can come in, plant the trees and get the plants in the ground overnight, nobody knows what's going on. Another way is to do what we've done today, so get kids who actually live on the estate to get involved in the planting here today.
Before we actually go out there, I want to know how much you actually know about trees, why they're important. Does anybody know about carbon dioxide, why it's bad for the atmosphere, what it is, what is a name given to it? You see it on the news all the time. Brilliant answer. Global warming. We need the trees to absorb the carbon dioxide. What happens is it stores the carbon inside the tree, so it stops it going into the atmosphere. And if you get carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, it stops the hot air escaping. That's why everything's getting warmer.
I think this event today where all the young people are planting, I think it's marvellous that the young people, children and young people do get involved with the environment. It's something that they've carry on throughout their life, caring about the environment and the place where they live.
We're at Worsley Avenue, Moston, Manchester, where we applied for trees to brighten our street up. We got the committee together and we decided to apply for a grant, and it's been the best thing that we've ever done.
It's made people and neighbours come out with the children. There's more of a community feel. Plus it makes the street look wonderful and people appreciate it.
We've got wildlife, we've got nesting. We see so many different birds now.
Wrens, which I wouldn't have thought I'd ever see a little wren in an area like this, but they've come out. And blackbirds, we've had blackbirds nesting in the ivy in the back, but they're all out. You know, it's lovely.
The trees actually give us pleasure each morning when we get up. It's nice to walk up the avenue now as an avenue.
We use a variety of techniques to engage residents. That can range from using letters. We can also organise public meetings and drop-in sessions. We also use a very clever piece of interactive software called the Green Street CD-ROM. Software is very useful because it enables us to take an image of their own street and then put the trees on it so people can actually get an understanding of what it would look like. If we're using two-dimensional plans, it's very difficult to demonstrate to communities how their street would physically look with the trees on it. So it really brings home to the community what the physical end product will be.
They look nice. It makes the street look so much nicer when they've got greenery on them. It's brought people together and they're talking about it and chatting and meeting neighbours that they've not really spoken for perhaps some years. We've not had one person say we don't want them, and quite the opposite. People have come out and started to water the trees purely voluntarily without even being asked to do it. We're going for a hanging basket scheme now, and again, there's been 100% approval and people are mad to get them. All the kids are out wearing the t-shirts and just generally enjoying themselves. And the idea is that we involve the community as much as possible and bring some pride back into the area. And it's definitely working. This area's changed in the last 4 or 5 years beyond recognition.
Well, it brings colour to the street, doesn't it? It brings colour to the street, and it brings neighbours together as well. Yes, it does, and brings the community together. Yeah, makes people now they're all out today, picking the flowers and talking to everybody, and mixing. It's good for the community. Everybody in the street signed for the tree, agreed to have the trees in the street. Yes, and everybody's agreed to have the flowers.
We basically talk to anybody who wants to be involved, so that can be businesses, it can be local people, and there's no cut-off really, so it's trying to engage as many people as we possibly can. If we can bring businesses and community together, that's even better.
The more trees that we plant, the bigger the impact that we'll have, so we're hoping that we can keep planting more and more, and that will actually improve air quality, also store carbon as well, which is going to have an impact on the global warming crisis that we're facing at the moment, but also there are biodiversity effects as well, and there's a really, really big educational value to all this.
If there's no plants, it won't be nice and it won't be colourful.
It's good for the community. Yes, yeah.
Don't turn our tellies on in the summer now. We're on the front tending to the plants.
Yeah. Go on, ask me some more.